Alright, so what is good, everybody? So in this video, I wanted to go over how to make a high quality video for the Amazon influencer program, so like that you're able to convert better and make more money with the program, and try to stand out versus everybody else's videos. Because look, I'm on these carousels, I've been looking on these products, searching them, sourcing them, and just like, you would be amazed at some of the like bullshit ass videos that people will pull up on there. Like, so I was like, you know what, let me make a video on this, show you guys how to properly do this and convert better. Because dude, I'm telling you, if you watch some of these videos, you'll just be like, bro, ain't no way you're making any money making that type of fucking video, right? So just real quick, just a little backstory. Back in the day when the Amazon influencer program first came out, and I wasn't one of the first ones. I didn't come into this program until about like 2024 or so. And one of the things you would hear people say is like, oh, just make a quick 30-second video, just talk about it, post it, and you'll make some money, right? And I quickly realized how false that was at that time. And okay, I would do like the same shit, like taking this camera stand and be like, oh look, this is how it looks. It's black, it has a little orange piece, it stands really good. Okay, whatever. The only problem is that there are people on these carousels who will make a much better video than me. They will actually show the entire details of this particular tripod or whatever product it is. Okay, I'm just using this tripod as an example for this video. All right, and so times have changed. The days of just trying to sit there and talk about the product, showcasing it like this, and really not doing much with it are gone. And if that is the type of content that you're providing for the Amazon influencer program, bro, then there's a reason your commissions are not reflecting that shit. All right, so let me actually show you something that's going to be different. Let me show you what you should be doing in your videos, and so like that, again, you just have to have better conversion rate. All right. So for one, I'm gonna take this camera, tripod, stand, whatever you want to call it, as the example for this video. Now normally, like I said, people will just showcase it, talk about it, not even showing the features. So what you basically want to do in your videos is literally showcase every single detail that you possibly can. Now, when you're beginning your videos too, one of the things you don't want to do is be like, oh, my name is Oscar and I'm giving my honest opinion about this particular tripod. Like, bro, just fucking stop, okay? For one, the customer, they don't give a fuck who you are. They don't give a fuck about your name, all this other bullshit. I mean, some people will be talking, like trying to give a whole life story, paragraph in their like first minute. And I'm just like, dude, nobody has time for that fucking bullshit, bro. Like, who cares? Just show me how this shit fucking works, right? So don't do that. Number two, something else I said in my sentence was, I want to give my honest opinion about this particular camera stand. Like, if there's one thing that like people on Amazon realize, is that they can catch your fake bullshit. Okay, so don't be talking about some, oh, this is my honest opinion about this and that, because they know you're getting paid. Like, literally, if you go on the videos on the carousels, it literally says this creator earns commission or whatever. So they, from the get-go, they know your opinion is already biased. Okay, so don't be doing that type of shit. So there's a few ways you can kind of go about it instead, when it comes to the intros of your videos. So you can either showcase immediately what the product does. Now this one's a little bit more different because it's just a camera stand. So one thing I would do is, like, instead of just having it like this, just normal sized, I would extend the tripod, have like the entire thing really extend it out, and you can start the clip showing how long it is, how tall it can get, and just right there from the get-go. So like that, the viewer will be like, oh damn, it goes that tall, it goes that high. Like, okay, let me, that caught my interest, and let me keep watching this video, right? Now, as far as the wording, I mean, you can kind of keep it just simple, like, oh, I wish I had this, camera stand much sooner after realizing that it had this specific detail, or just, just something like that. But you just don't want to, introduce the name bullshit or the honest review bullshit, okay? So as long as you're not doing those two things, you should be perfectly fine. Again, it just really depends how you're showcasing the product. Okay, I mean, with the camera stand, it's a little bit more difficult. Whereas if I had like a chainsaw or a leaf blower or something, you can just show from the get-go how that thing works, okay? And that's another thing too, is that you want to showcase all the details of the product that you're reviewing, okay? Now, as far as like, we're done with the intro and whatnot, you basically just want to go through every single feature as possible. Like, you want to make sure that the customer, after watching your video, that they learn every single detail, that they have no extra questions, that your video was the one go-to video that they were able to watch and be like, all right, he showed me or she showed me everything. Let me go ahead and buy this thing, because yeah, that was pretty dope. So like for this tripod, I will probably be like, so check this tripod feature out that no other tripod does, it legit bends all the way completely up and down. And that's something that I would do in my videos, because when you actually look up a lot of these tripods, they don't even do this feature. Like the one I'm using for this video, it legit doesn't do this shit. So that is one thing in particular that I would point out right from the get-go, because then they will be like, well, damn, that's pretty dope. And then they just watch the rest of the video. And then from there, you just be like, okay, so just twist this knob to lock it in place. You can unscrew this piece right here to take out this little camera piece, and you can put your own, you know, little camera piece in case you need, you know, a different type of camera. You can also unscrew this camera tripod right here and have it vertical or horizontal, and then loosen it right here to fit your phone, and then tighten it once you're actually done. This tripod also extends by pulling it or by pushing down on it, depending on, you know, the type of length you want. It comes with its own remote that you can use for your phone without using an app or downloading one. It's just all Bluetooth. And to extend the tripod legs, just loosen this screw, push it up, and then you're done. So it's really that simple, nothing complicated. You know, I was showing off all the features. Now, obviously, because of this video, it's a little bit more like, you know, but if I was doing that on a regular Amazon video, it would come out more naturally, all right? Now, some extra tips that I want to point out too, because, you know, that was just, you know, a portion of it. Now, we did mention this little remote, right? So one thing you kind of want to do is, if you have a separate phone while featuring this camera stand, you know, have it on. Show them how it works by pushing the button, connecting the Bluetooth, and showing that you don't need to download an app or something like that, okay? You know, like, show, like, each physical feature as much as possible that you can. Like, especially when you're talking about a certain feature on a certain product, you know, show that thing, okay? Catch some B-roll, all right? And that's another tip that I want to point out, too, when shooting your content is that, look, this is one clip, me just standing on my camera talking about this, trying to show as much detail as possible. So that would be like one clip, right? Now, another thing that I would advise too is that, you know, once you're done with this clip, getting B-roll of the product itself. So maybe you actually set it up, like maybe I have it set up right here in the room, and instead of just me sitting down and talking about it and showing the features, I actually record, you know, how it looks, showing the features, you know, having like this camera sitting right there, and showing a more close in depth of how, you know, all the little rotations on this thing actually works. So instead of just showing me talking, it'll actually show the entire product in B-roll and really just, you know, catch the eye from the viewer, okay? And yeah, that is more work. That is an extra step you will have to take, you know, as far as more content. But something like that is very high quality. It will convert much better because you are literally showing the customer exactly what it does on every feature that you're actually explaining to them. And you just overlay that B-roll into your, you know, first video. And like that is, you know, you don't have to worry about doing any voiceovers or anything. You just got to make sure the clips align, you know, from the footage, from the B-roll, and just, you know, edit like that. So, and then once you're done, you have a finalized project and then, you know, ready to go. All right. So, I mean, yeah, look, doing videos like that, it takes more time, bro. I mean, you're gonna waste maybe 15-20 minutes per product, but look, trust me when I say this, like, it will be well worth it when you're doing your content like that, when you start making money from it from the get-go. And not to mention, if you're cross-posting these videos onto YouTube, if you have a separate YouTube channel where you're repurposing these you know, videos, you're gonna see your views going up, you know, due to that quality. Like, people on YouTube love this shit, all right? So I'm just saying, you know, take the time and review it. And that's something I want to go over real quick too, is that, you know, back then, one of the goals was like, oh, I want to reach 1,000 videos uploaded on Amazon, you know, before the end of the year. I want to reach 2,000, 3,000. That was even me, okay? Like, literally last year, you know, my goal was like, oh, I want to reach, you know, 2,000 videos or whatever, which didn't happen, but it's perfectly fine with me. Now, like, that being said, it's no longer about, you know, quantity. It's definitely about quality. So I would much rather you guys shoot one high quality piece of content in either one day, a few days, versus trying to upload 10 half-ass videos, all right? Because that one decent quality video is going to make you the most money over them 10 half-ass videos, okay? Now, don't get me wrong too, all right? I also want to mention this as we're, you know, going over this. You don't want to, you know, go like overboard with information in depth on certain products that just don't make sense, right? So for example, like I don't know, this water bottle, like, I am not about to spend like not even 2 minutes on a video just talking about this water bottle, okay? It just makes absolutely no sense. I mean, it should take like 40 seconds to do a review on a simple water bottle. I mean, it only costs like 50 cents or something like that. A customer that's spending that much on a product that probably won't even watch the video in the first place. So, it just depends on the products too. Now, for something like a camera stand, this one, yes, it is worth going in depth, because even though it only costs 20 bucks, as a content creator, the camera stand that you use does matter a lot. So it matters, which one you actually buy, what specific features come with it. Like I said, this one right here, you can actually, bend it forward and backwards. That's an important feature that I didn't even know existed on the camera stand until I actually got this one. And so I wish I had really known that before buying like this one right here, because the one I'm using for this shit is fucking half-ass. So, just saying, it just depends on the product, kind of know which products are worth, putting more time into it. And like that, you'll, do some very, very, very high quality videos. All right. But after all this and that, that is basically it. Like I said, as long as you're catching that high quality B-roll, lighting, make sure the lighting is good on your videos. Last thing you want is for you to be able to see me look so like blurry and whatnot. You can see the difference right there when I move my light that's in front of me. So, make sure you have good quality lighting. If you can't afford to buy, extra lighting, try to see if the light in your room is good enough, or if you have access to a window where the sun shines, then that is even better. Get that natural lighting. Audio, I mean, look, audio is probably the most important thing when it comes to content in general. With a lot of things, you can kind of get away with the visual if it's a little bit crappy. But the audio, I mean, that is one thing you don't joke about. So if you can afford a set of mics, like maybe the one I have right here, or something much more affordable, which they have affordable prices on Amazon, TikTok. So just, shop around and see what works. But try to invest at least into your audio, okay? Because audio does matter. Like, you should see some of these videos when I'm watching them on the carousels. Like, I was literally watching this one product the other day. Like, I'm fucking stressing over here, not thinking about this shit. But like, this lady, she was like trying to talk about whatever product it was, and like you could not hear her for shit. Like, I was literally on my laptop trying to listen to that shit, and I had to put the volume all the way up just to kind of get a little hint of what she was even saying. And bro, it was bad, man. Like, like, it was terrible. Like, if you have no mic and you're trying to talk from way over here to like way over there trying to showcase some products, good luck on getting that audio, bro. Like, it's just, there's no help in that type of audio. All right, so try to invest into some type of proper equipment, at least a mic, okay? Like I said, there's affordable options, so try to at least invest to it. And if it helps, try using like a software like CapCut that you can download on your phone. It helps you increase the audio volume as well. But even then, there's only so much that can be helped with the software that only a mic can provide, okay? So at least try to invest into that. And if you want to check out the the audio equipment that I'm using, like this one right here, these little mics that are tiny, I'll leave an affiliate link down there if you guys do want to check it out. Again, I'm not trying to make this video all salesy and whatnot, but I'm just trying to provide the equipment that I've been using that helps me a lot with my content. So like that, if you guys are able to use it, purchase it, and just get the best quality out of your content, right? So I'm just trying to put you guys on game. All right, that's it. Now look, even as far as editing, I don't overdo no editing shit on my videos, okay? I don't be adding no transitions, no music, which by the way, music is not allowed on the Amazon Influencer program, so don't do it. It used to be, but they took it away for whatever reason, right? I don't add these extra fonts, I don't add all these extra bullshit, like effects, none of that, okay? All I do as far as editing when it comes to my videos is I just clip out any dead space, any, stuff that I may have messed up on. So if I'm doing a video, I'm like, hey, welcome to my blah, 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 or hey, welcome, and then maybe there's a pause or something, and then I'll just restart. Then I'll just clip all that, space in the middle or beginning. And that's all I do. I just increase the volume, tone out any background noise, and then just clip out what I don't need in my video. And that is it. Nothing else, nothing extra, none of that extra shit. I mean, for the Amazon Influencer program, you don't want that extra shit either. I mean, you're not on YouTube, trying to be all entertainment. People are there to buy a product. They want to see how it works, what it does. So, give them that, okay? They don't need all this extra bullshit, all right? So your editing should not be, time consuming, unless you're just messing up a lot on your wording when you're shooting the content. Then, fix that at least, okay? So, but everything else, yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. So again, it's all about, the audio, lighting, how you're showcasing the product. Again, make sure you're getting that b-roll in, you know, your content, or if you can showcase as much as you can on camera with whatever you're, you know, showcasing, then that is perfectly fine. Like the video I did for this camera stand, I simply just sat here and showed all the details pretty up close. So I mean, to me, that's good enough for me. I mean, I could add some b-roll into it, but I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You can literally see every detail up close, so I really didn't see a need to add the extra b-roll, well, at least for that particular video. For other stuff, sure, I will go ahead and do that, but yeah, for like this one, I didn't do all that extra, sure. So, but you can, you know, it wouldn't hurt, but again, that's just me. And then after that, you should have a high quality video, upload it, and hopefully you start seeing some money come in. All right, so but hopefully this video was super informal. Hopefully I was able to put you on, and you know, maybe you learned a thing or two as far as how to shoot the content and whatnot, because in this day and age with this program, bro, every single little tip adds up. And yeah, I would advise you guys improving on shooting your content. So but with that being said, guys, that is it for this one. I will see you on the next one. Peace. I am out.